One of my favorite things about Coram Deo Church is our worship. If you love Jesus, you love to sing with other people who love Jesus. And I'm so thankful for what we have here at Coram Deo. Since the very beginning, the sort of style of our worship and the sound of our worship has been shaped primarily by Jared Strock and Micah Bruce. Both of those guys still lead bands on Sunday morning and lead us in worship, and around them is this massive team of musicians. Probably if I think back over the history of Coram Deo and think about how many people have played an instrument or sung or helped shape worship, it's upwards of 50 to 75 people who have served in this capacity, and it's always been amazing. And so one of the fun things for me is getting to see how God preserves that sort of original core of people who started with us and then continues to bring talented, gifted, godly people to our church from elsewhere, surrounding that team and helping making it stronger. And so I'm excited to let you know that starting now, Olivia Grant is joining our team as Worship Arts Director. So this is Olivia. You guys know her because you've seen her sing on Sunday mornings, and she is taking over some of the stuff that Mike Kresnick has been doing, primarily related to planning worship each week and organizing all the bands and teams and musicians. So that takes a ton, as you can imagine, of work because all of those people are volunteers and they all do lots of other things during the week. So Olivia is going to help to shape the worship culture of Coram Deo. I'm so glad that you're joining our team.
Thanks,
tell us how you got here. How did you end up in Omaha and at Coram Deo?
Yeah, well, it's a long story, but the short of it is my husband Josh went to Grace for a few years, and at that time he attended Coram Deo, and eventually he took a job here in Omaha, and we moved to Omaha.
Here you are.
Here we are.
And we're so glad that the Lord brought you here. As you think about sort of your longings for worship and what you hope to see on Sunday mornings, what are some of the things you're hopeful for?
I would love to see the people of Coram Deo grow, step into the freedom to express their worship.
We're a little bit dialed back, aren't we?
We are, and we're so thoughtful, and I think that's great. It's rich and it's beautiful, but I'd love to see that beauty spill out.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons we brought Olivia on the team, because if you've experienced her leadership from the stage, you know that it has that sort of presence to it. And my longing is, as myself and as your pastor, is let's loosen up a bit. Let's enjoy worship. Let's continue being thoughtful, but it's okay to enjoy being in the room and singing to the Lord. And so we're excited to move in that direction together. So I want you, as you see Olivia, welcome her to the staff team at Coram Deo. It's actually not her first time on staff. She was my executive assistant for a little bit before she and Josh had kids, and so she's served on our team before. But in this role, she's stepping on in a new way. And so make sure to welcome her to the team and pray for her and the rest of the team as we continue to try to grow the culture of worship at Coram Deo. Thanks to every one of you who serves in that capacity. But the reason I don't name everyone is because I'll forget somebody, and I hate doing that. So thanks to all 50 of you who serve as musicians and sound techs and worship singers, all of you. We're really, really blessed to have the team that we do here, and I'm excited. Thanks, Olivia, for joining the team.
Thank you.
That's all except for this. In this space that we're sitting in right now, which is the Coram Deo Gallery, there's a brand new art exhibit opening this weekend, and you'll see more about that in the email that you get with this, but it's really fun for us to host real art in this space. It's part of our vision for engaging the city and the visual arts, and so look for the details that will come with that in this email, and I'd love to see you here at the opening on Friday night. We'll see you next week for another weekly update.